You mentioned the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, and it started when he didn't make the USA team. He's very vocal about his opinion if he's snubbed. He's not one of those guys that takes
Streaming,
it
man.
quietly. Yeah, he's not one of those
Streaming.
guys that takes it quietly. He doesn't get Player of the Month. He's like, nah, this is wrong. You know what I mean? He's very vocal about it. All-star votes, whatever it is. He had a 50 ball the other day. How are you viewing this season? Is this okay, he's always been this guy? Like that he could have been this guy if Tatum's out, he could always be a one guy? Or are you looking at it very similar to someone mentioned it to when Jordan was out, Pippen had an MVP type of season. Are you looking at it like that? Or are you looking at it like Jaylen Brown's always been this guy? You know what I mean?
No, I think he's always been very, very good. But with more opportunity comes, more of a chance to kind of just expand your game, inflame your numbers, and just kind of take another step. There's an opportunity to do that. Now, are they as good as a team? No, that has nothing to do with Jaylen. They're quite frankly, they're only competitive because of him. But it has allowed him to become a superstar player. Yes. The player that everybody always was putting with Tatum, like JB, Tatum, who's better than, even me, it's not close. Tatum's much, much better. You now see Jaylen's full game and range and see, okay, well, actually, it is a lot closer than people think it is. You could actually go yin and yang. I don't know if there is a 1A, 1B anymore. We just talked about 1A, 1B with Philly. Going further, there's not a 1A, 1B situation here. It's not a Kyrie Braun, this is more of a Dwayne Wade Braun first year, where LeBron's a better player, but Dwayne Wade, it could be he has the soul of the team. And there's games where he has to close. It's him and Brown are going to have that relationship coming back because Brown has leveled to this. Not that it wasn't already like that. He won Finals MVP and Conference Finals MVP the year they won. So, quite frankly, it's always been like this. But yeah, with more opportunity, he's crushing. I mean, Jaylen Brown I didn't realize he could. He's shooting the ball with the dribble. Shot making ability has been remarkable. I mean,
people aren't really making fun of that whole left hand thing. Remember when he was, he can't dribble with his left hand, this and that. I feel like
that's long gone. That's dead. Yeah, he goes to left all the time now, and I don't think anybody cares what way he goes if he's scoring as many points as he is. So pause. So it's one of those things where he's just continued to level up his game. And he has a say to, listen, he is talking the streaming stuff. He says I'm the best two-way player in the world.
I'm trying to think of another guy right now.
Two-way?
Yeah, I thought of Shea. He's not the defender, he just has so much on offense. It's hard to think about him defensively. It's not like he's a liability defensively. Shea's a two-way player.
Yeah, I don't have him as a liability, but I would put Jaylen ahead of him if we're talking defense.
You're right. So I'm trying to think of a player that would be a better two-way player.
I mean, it was Kawhi for the longest time, and then obviously previous years, Kawhi's more heavily on offense now with his body and just everything that's going on. But Jaylen Brown definitely has the right to be able to say that and hold that crown. I mean, I'm sure there's other names we're not thinking of right now that you can maybe throw in the mix, but Jaylen Brown for sure is the guy. And if we're talking first team, how we do with Maxey, Jaylen Brown's also probably going to be first team All-NBA this year, especially if Boston finishes out strong. So he's leveled up, man. He's had a big year. He has every right to talk that
psychologically. Do you think it's better? How would you take it if you were Jaylen Brown and you felt disrespected? Would you be vocal like he is? Does that make people think about him more? Maybe he'll get the votes next time, or do you feel like it pushes people further away? How would you handle those situations if you were snubbed?
Man, the art of being likable is something that you can't even dissect or force. It's just natural. They do it with celebrities all the time, but they do it in a different way. They push them in their face so much where you have to like them. It's you can't get on your Instagram without seeing Chalamet. You know what I mean? You can't get on your Instagram without seeing some of these dudes that whether you like them. I have not. I will watch it though. It's a 3-hour movie about ping pong.
It's good. It's good. You like it.
I've heard it's fantastic.
Yeah,
and I also think Timothy's a really talented actor. So I have full interest in watching that movie at some point. 3 hours in a theater, I just can't do it, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyways, these people can be pushed. And again, his gravity is what it is because he's a great actor. But you know what I'm saying. Whether it's singers, Sabrina Carpenter, or this person or that person, you just get on your Instagram and they're boom. It's just they can do that. There's a manipulation to the backside of Instagram, whether it's clip farming, all these different things, people know how to stay relevant. Streamers do it all the time. To be likable is different. I don't know. I think Jaylen Brown's now at the point where him being the smart guy, remember that's the niche he had. He was the super smart, intelligent basketball player, does all this stuff off the court with tech and etc. Didn't get the All-Stars he wanted ever. Didn't get in the USA. He always feels disrespected of all these different things. All right. I think now that phase is past where obviously he still is who he is. But in terms of him now talking, I think he's like, I don't give a shit anymore because you didn't like me when I was quiet either. I didn't get anything when I was quiet before, so now I don't give a damn. So it's like, don't tell me that don't saying anything works because I did that and it didn't work. I didn't get on USA and I wasn't getting always first team NBAs or all this other stuff that I wanted. So at this point, I'm just going to talk my talk. And he's earned it. He's a finals MVP. He's an NBA champion. He's the Eastern Conference MVP. He is perennial all-star. And he is going to be a first-team All-NBA guy this year and one of the best, or an All-NBA guy regardless. And he's one of the best players in the NBA. So it's like he can talk that shit now. And I think he's at the point now he's comfortable with it.
If you're him and you're like, okay, finals MVP, champion, I'm putting up crazy numbers. I've been really good on one of the most historic teams in NBA history. All of these things. But when you talk about guys in that position, you talk about Anthony Edwards, Shea, pretty much he is so pushed back on that. Like no one, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Who do you think about more? Like people talk about Donovan Mitchell more or Jaylen Brown. Like he isn't getting the respect of all the things. If you line it all up, he should be getting a ton of more like, just publicity overall. I feel like maybe I'm missing something.
I agree.
He even tried to do the dunk contest. Remember we said no stars do the dunk contest? Like he went out there and did that, and it didn't work out for him. But he tried. No other stars are trying.
I think he's overly slept on. I think a lot of it's just due to the shadow that Tatum has brought, and the success of their team. Like you said, the depth of their team. I think a lot of his talents and his overall just skill level gets, I don't want to say hidden because he shows it to the world every game. Just overlooked. He is a top-tier player, and it's time to start kind of putting Jaylen Brown and superstar in the same sentence. He's having a superstar season. There's no other way to put it. I just watched him play the other night at 50 versus the Clippers. He's absolutely torching and baking. Big ZD. Anybody who was guarding him got cooked. It was unbelievable. He didn't. It looked like, especially with the way Clippers are playing, that game looked like when a player is so far better than everybody else. Like you just. It looked like AJ DeBancha at BYU. Like you'll watch a college game of his, and you'll just be like, "This guy doesn't need to be playing here."